Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff. We are going to get into it. We're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency. The big question is January 20th, a big game changer. What is January 20th for everybody out there? And what is the XRP 309% surge? We're going to talk about that as well. There's a lot of great videos that we got to go through. We're going to talk about the RLUSD. Want to talk about the Zaman wallet. Want to talk about the XRPL. Want to talk about Brad Garlinghouse meeting up and Stuart Alderati meeting up with, that's right, incoming President Donald Trump. So that's exciting. We have a lot of things that we want to get into, and it is going to be a whirlwind. Now, make sure you guys get your Zaman wallets ready. Why? Because we're going to be doing a giveaway for a badass Yeti from the White Tribe. So got the badass Yetis going, and we are going to give a cool getaway. You guys know what the word is. If you don't, I'm going to tell you guys that in a little bit. So if you're ready to kick this thing off, I think I'm ready. And I'm trying to think, do we want to go with the regular, intro here, or do we want something exciting? I think we're going with exciting. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get some antics going. So Chad's got the word. The word of the day is Yeti. So remember that. The word of the day is Yeti. So let's make sure we get that going. Yeti, Yeti. There you go. And with that Yeti, we are going to start driving up. So make sure you type that in. So far, Chad is the first one into the entries. All right, where are we going to roll with this? Let's see. What do we want to start with? There's a lot of great things that I wanted to get into. And there's actually a big shout out here from Brad Garlinghouse to Donald Trump. So let's put this over here. We're going to go through some of these key moments in time. We're going to go a little bit back in time also. So Steve is getting ready. He's preparing for the Yowie giveaway. When we do the Yowie giveaway, and we do have the Yowies. If you guys don't know who the Yowies are the cousin to the badass Yetis. The Yowies live somewhere down under in Australia. They roam around. And so when you guys see the Yowies, you'll kind of get a good understanding. You understand. And we have a whole clan of these Yowies ready to roll. So that'll be really cool. So Steve's already prepping himself for those. All right, let's share this. You guys, if you've been on X, I'm sure you've seen this, and you've seen the big shout out, because the shout out is real. The shout out is big. They're the cousins nobody talks about. That's right. Nobody talks about. All right. So here we go. This is, the big shout out of the day, which was Brad Garlinghouse. And I think this was actually posted yesterday. Let's see. When did he post that? It doesn't even have the post up here. And maybe it's down here. There we go. Post of the day, which was yesterday. So there you go. You got Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderati with who? That's right, President Trump. So they were hanging out. Look at this great dinner last night with Donald Trump and Stuart Alderati. Strong start to 2025. He was down at Mar-a-Lago. And look at that. It's such an amazing, time right now. And you really see how exciting and how excited Garlinghouse is to meet up with Trump. And we can go back. We're going to go back in some of the videos. We'll go back in time a little bit, and we'll see exactly, where Brad Garlinghouse, and Chip and I talked about it for a while, that Brad Garlinghouse was kind of moving in this direction of MAGA for a while. So maybe is a cardboard cutout. I'm not sure. It's possible. Definitely possible. Let's zoom in here. Let's see if that's nope. That looks pretty real. Could be a wax figure. The Liberty Mutual wax figure. This is super meaningful. And Adrian saying that's Reset 5.0. You know what that is? That's huge right there, because you've got Donald Trump, you've got the man, right, that the SEC, the Biden SEC that took on the largest company in crypto that's utilizing crypto technology and building on blockchain in the world. So who do they take on? They took on Brad Garlinghouse. They took on Ripple. They purposely targeted XRP. This is a completely different approach. This is 180 degrees, right? And for all those people out there that kept saying there was going to be some sort of a reset, that Democrat Party as a whole was going to reset and start embracing crypto, dead wrong, 100%, incorrect. And, again, Chip and I called it. As you start analyzing the truth of it, and we started to see Garlinghouse going MAGA. When you started to see Zuckerberg early on, he started, changing his tune also. You knew the writing was on the wall. You knew who was going to win, but you also know that, as they started mounting up facts, evidence, and all of that, Kamala, there was no possible scenario, no possible way that things were going to turn out in a positive direction. The markets definitely would not have resonated as they have resonated right now, and I'm sure you guys also believe that as well. So XRP guys said, check out the ships in the background, along with the story behind them, and 2 green candlesticks. That's interesting. There you go. 2 big green candlesticks and the ships that are going to be sailing down the Panama Canal, in and around Greenland, that might soon belong to the U.S., down through the Gulf of America, formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico, down into the Panama Canal that will soon return back to U.S. control. So you have the Panama Canal, the Gulf of America, and soon to be a U.S. owned Greenland. How do you like that? So there'll be a lot of things that are going on. All this stuff has been percolating in a very short period of time. Trump's not even in office yet, right? We still have like 12 more days. 12 days. 12 days. 4 years we waited, and we said, 4 years ago, I can't believe it's 4 years. I don't think we're going to survive the 4 years. How do we survive the 4 years? And here we are 4 years later. Not only did we see Garlinghouse get beyond it, right? Because we saw the whole thing with Ripple made it through, but there's Trump back in office after being admonished and denigrated, and the lawfare and everything that went against it. This is so symbolic for freedom. This is everything. And however you want to look at it, Stu Alderati, I can't, this picture, I want to put this in a frame and hang it up, because it's such a great image right there. So that is perfect. I love to see it. Want to see so many great things go on right there. What is this? Yeah, Chad, that's right. That Jimmy Carter actually passed away before he gets to see us taking back the Panama Canal, after Jimmy Carter just kind of summarily kind of dismissed it and turned over control of the Panama Canal. I don't know how anybody actually is saying, and there's so many statements, how Jimmy Carter's revered and all these things. He was the worst president in the history of the United States until the last president, which was Biden, has taken the mantle as the worst president of the United States, made the economy less desirable, made the country less safe, made the entire world less safe, just undermine everything. He continues to undermine. Now he's actually going after, and I look around, I'm like, does anybody really smoke cigarettes anymore? When you go overseas, you see people smoking cigarettes all the time. Over here, you rarely, if ever, see anybody smoking cigarettes. And then now they're banning them. I'm like, well, most people don't want to smoke them, but you can't ban cigarettes. If people want cigarettes, if you want cigars, freedom of whatever, right? You want to get it, that's fine. Now, you can state that, for many years, the tobacco industry pumped in inorganic forms of nicotine, or found ways to raise it, or found ways to put chemicals and tar and all sorts of horrible things into the cigarettes that weren't necessarily naturally occurring within the tobacco. And then come to find out that there's actually medicinal benefit and outcome from nicotine. So they crush all the beneficial elements that can be derived from naturally occurring things, like like tobacco, and you get, again, nicotine. There's definitely some, positives that can be derived from that. It's so amazing to me just to see how all of these things kind of unfold and, the direction we go. So, hey, if you guys haven't done it yet, type in Yeti, because why are you going to type in Yeti? Because we're going to be giving away one of these badass, that's right, badass Yetis. Here we go. I had to find the one that we're going to be giving away. I was going to give away another Ash Yeti, but then I decided maybe it'd be a brute. But then I found these little guys are kind of cool. We have a couple of them, and I like this one. Just think it's kind of cute, and so I'm gonna pull this one up here in a second. This is an ass kicker. Now, the ass kickers are kind of unique because you wouldn't really anticipate, based on the fuzziness, that these guys are ass kickers. But that guy right there is definitely. Oh, you don't see him. Should I took him off the stage? So let me go large and let me add him back in. There's an ass kicker right there. Look, if you look at that graphic, right? Look at the sword. You just look at the detail of the fur, the eyes, the little nose. Then you get into the intricate detail of the armor. Imagine these badass Yetis. They're over their hot iron welding, whatever. What is that thing called where you melt the iron? You're hammering out, the metal for the sword. But there you go. That's one of the badass Yetis from the White Tribe, and that is an ass kicker. So we'll be giving that guy away, which is pretty sweet. And that means you got to type in Yeti, because Yeti is the name. That's it. You get that in the Yeti, and let's see, where are we at now? We're only up to 16 entries, which is kind of crazy. We get 16. And then when we do the drawing, that's it. Smelting. That's the word. Smelting. I knew there was a real word for that. The smelting. I like it. So this is, there you go, Yeti. There you go. Look at this. Man, you got the brutes. You got all these kick-ass. I love seeing all these different. Look at the mentalist. Chad's got his mentalist in there. Love seeing all these Yetis popping up. The mentalist from the Blue Tribe. There you go. From the Blue Tribe. See who else we have in here. Got Ray. Another one. Look at that. Look how cool those guys are. And Jim D. Look at that little guy. All right. Very cool. Now, where did we go? We're smelting stuff. So Joe was saying, I still think the deep state will try something. This is the biggest concern. This is still kind of the weight that is still present on everybody's shoulders. I kind of feel it on a day-to-day where things are positive. Things are moving forward ever since the election. Big weight lifted. Everybody knows what's coming, but there's still that deep concern. We saw what happened in New Orleans, and you start seeing, some attention. We saw what happened in front of the Trump Tower in where was that? In Vegas with the Cybertruck. And so, you get all these different kind of emotions, rushing through, and you're like, oh, what's actually going on here? What is, it's kind of chaos, right? Just a little bit chaotic with everything going on. So there's a little bit of concern about what's going to happen. So, all right, let's move on here, because we got everyone is they were like, I swear I must have seen at least 100 posts of the Trump Garland House, and I was looking through all these. I'm like, which one would be really cool? I saw Garland House posted his, but this is the only one that I saw. This bold deep here, posted when Michael Saylor meets up with Eric Trump. Michael Saylor actually, as everybody knows, has bought, I don't know, 20, 30,000, 40,000 Bitcoin, whatever the number is now, from MicroStrategy. So their treasury is just packed, just jam packed with Bitcoin. So here you have Eric Trump meeting up with the man, right? The myth, the legend of Bitcoin, which is Michael Saylor. Why? Because he took a real company, MicroStrategy, packed their treasury with it. Don't see any other companies that have quite done that yet in packing their treasuries up with Bitcoin. And so you've got Eric firmly on board with Bitcoin. And then there's Trump hanging out with Brad Garlinghouse and Stuart Alderati, the two, right? You got Bitcoin and XRP. It's an interesting time. You got the store of value and you got the rails to move money. So you can easily, very efficiently, very fast, very cheaply move any currency to currency. You can move it all around very quickly. And then you've got Bitcoin, which is slow, kind of tedious, expensive to process and move. And then it's a great store of value. It's recognized globally as a great store of value. El Salvador, Argentina, the U.S. is put in the treasury. Trump wants the U.S. to be number one, production or leader in the technology, and then having XRP probably and Bitcoin most likely, and maybe Ethereum and maybe many other assets within the treasury. Have a basket of assets in the treasury, which bolsters the technology, bolsters the whole concept. So really, really great. All right. What is this? MicroStrategy, pronounced Ponzi scheme. Man, he packed it. It's packed. He's got it really packed up. Yeah, man, the fires. You wake up in the morning and there's like half of California is burning down. And I still don't know exactly what's going on with California. I mean, it's insane, right? What's going on? You got the incompetency, obviously an incompetent clown with Newsom, the other incompetent clown. Trudeau resigned this week, right? How great was that to see that he actually resigned after all this time? He's just out, just like that. Just decides he's going to step down. He's going to take off. He's done. He's had enough. So, all right, let's move on. I want to get into, we talk a lot about RLUSD, where, who's adopting it, when's it going to be adopted, what's the exact timing of it, how is it going to impact everything and anything if it has to do on, whether it's going to be on Ledger or whether it's going to be on an exchange, which exchanges are getting ready to adopt it. What does that rollout look like? What does the impact look like? So let's see what we got here. So I'm going to go. So we got Bloomberg Crypto pulled up, Ripple President Monica Long. And what is their expectation for the RLUSD? And so let's go large here. Let's make sure we got some volume. Let's rewind that bad boy right there. Volume is up. Add it to the stage and let's play this for a minute. She won't be narrowed down. No audio. Oh, seriously? Well, at least I enjoyed it. I mean, you guys might not have enjoyed it, but that was it. I heard everything. That was like the biggest, most important drop of all time. And you guys missed it. Man, I can't believe it. I forgot to activate the audio. So let's go back and try that again. Glad you guys said something, no audio. But at least I got the secret. All right, let's move on to the next video. You guys missed the whole thing. All right, now here we go. All right, let's try this again. Let's take it from the top. Look at it. Long live. Oh wait, need to trust stablecoin issuer. Monica Long. I thought it said long live. Okay, here we go.
Right now, this is available on Bitso, MoonPay, CoinMina, additional listings coming on Bullish, Mercado Bitcoin, and others. What about a huge platform like Coinbase and others, for example? When does that happen?
We are continuing to expand distribution and availability of Ripple dollars on other exchanges. So I think you can expect to see more availability, more announcements coming soon.
How soon?
Imminently.
So I'm saying I'd love that, right? How soon? Oh, I'm not going to tell you, but it's going to be soon.
Well, we'll look out for that. What about in terms of adoption? How big do you expect this to get in the next year realistically? I mean, do you have a baseline kind of projection on how big it could get based on the adoption you're talking about with clients? Do you think large institutions are using this? Who's using it?
Wow, so if we look at the crypto landscape overall, I mean, it has certainly been, the market's been growing in the past couple quarters. And, we think that this year is going to be a big year for crypto overall. And so demand for stable coins, we think will grow along with that. As you mentioned, I mean, it's really the way to on-ramp and off-ramp. It's also used as a key asset in trading. So we think that the market's going to grow tremendously over the course of the next year. Our demand from within our client base, our business doubled within payments last year. And so we see a really strong growth trajectory for our payment solution. And with that, Ripple US dollar will have a premium role.
Monica, what about other asset types? You've seen a lot of interest when it comes to ETFs tied to cryptocurrencies. A lot of questions around whether you could see an ETF tied to spot XRP.
Wow, that's going to be a solid question. She said some really, key critical things within, her statements, and the talk about really the rollout, the adoption, the institutions, the movement of the asset. I mean, there's so many, variables to where we're going. And, the fact that they saw from a payment perspective, we went all these years and people are like, what are they working on? Right. Especially the past, 3, 4 years under Biden and Gary Gensler, where they're just hammering them, just nonstop, hammering on Ripple. And there's so much more that went along with that from a political perspective when you have the one company that is outspoken, growing at a rapid pace, as a amazing technology that they're implementing, that they're spreading at a pretty decent clip, at least getting some identifiers out there, some recognition. Their primary objective was to unseat Swift. Swift, as everybody knows, is a conglomerate of banks, over 10,000 banks. Who knows how many branches are involved in that conglomerate with all those banks. They've been doing that since 1974. So it formed Swift and the Swift code as a communication between banks to streamline the movement of money. So it wasn't a settlement device. You still needed a third party to help provide settlement of asset, but the Swift helped facilitate the whole transaction of the process. And obviously they're tapping in because there's big fees to go along with utilizing the Swift system, the Swift network. There's tons and tons and tons of money, as everybody knows, tied up in Nostro and Vostro accounts. So the banks, the politicians, think about the corruption, think about all that loose change, think about, how much money is tied up in that entire conglomerate, in that network, how much money is made, how much influence, the power and the power struggles and all of that. And then here comes this little company, Ripple, that's saying, hey, we're going to take on this Goliath. And here it is. And we're going to topple Swift or replace Swift or be a strong competitor to Swift. Why? Because here's the efficiency. Here's the transparency. Here's how we can facilitate everything. And here they go. And then 4 years. But while all of this is happening, they're still out there building and developing. Not a huge amount of focus went into development of the XRP. These guys are tied up in lawsuits. We talk about all the political aspect of what was oppressing them and suppressing them, trying to dismantle them, potentially slow them down, whatever it is. While JP Morgan comes out with their JPM token, and all these different banks and organizations and institutions are trying to, facilitate and do something different. Didn't work. Didn't happen. Now you fast forward 4 years. Here's Trump, Eric Trump, President Trump, and you've got this massive, influence of positivity over cryptocurrency. Why? Because the one thing that we talk about and we reference is what? It has to do with decentralization. Decentralization, we talk about freedom. We talk about the concept and the backbone of our republic, to differentiate it from any other political structure globally, how it's formulated, how it's put together. And then the Democrats, the powers that be have done everything they can to try to impact and dismantle that power while maintaining their power hold through the influence that they get through the conglomerate, right? If you think about Elizabeth Warren and the influence that she peddles through the financial institutions and the conglomerates, which would be the banks, which and the conglomerate of the SWIFT, organization and entity, every dollar that moves across borders out of the U.S. and anywhere in the world that communicates with another bank is going through the SWIFT network. And Russia's tried to add a substitute. Over the years things have tried, but SWIFT is they're like the money moving mafia. They control all of those different elements. Even though they don't provide the settlement, they're involved and influential in the process. Now, as you try to topple that, obviously political parties on a global scale, and you start seeing that obviously some conspiratorial, influence that comes out to be true. Then you start seeing, okay, now there's other organizations that want a piece of the action. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Then you have organizations like the UN, right? It's a corrupt organization to funnel money to despots and dictators. And you have all these committees, and you have different, the organizations on the ground, and it's all about influence and moving money. And it's not about helping people on the ground. They're kind of the visual aspect of it to say, oh, look, these guys are actually doing something positive. It all has to do with influence peddling and moving money, and that's it, enriching themselves. Enter putting in FTX, and FTX obviously was part of that equation that got toppled. And you say, okay, how could that be? Well, the parents of Sam Bankman-Fried was obviously interconnected. And we started seeing the movement of money, and you start piecing the dots with the Ukraine, and incidentally, the Ukraine, which was heavily influenced by the Biden crime family, while, with Obama in office. And so you saw the influence and peddling there. And so all these pieces start coming together, and who knows it better than we do, because as soon as we put up the IMF bat signal, which, if you guys haven't been around for, from the beginning. So DNI, Digital Nomad Investor, used to do a phenomenal podcast on all of these different things. And then we'd talk about it. We'd have DNI on over here, and we'd have, we'd banter back and forth. But the thing is, as soon as we talk about the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, which is what DNI talked about a lot, then if we talked about it, no matter what, didn't matter what part of the segment, all of a sudden, then DNI would show up, which is awesome, which is so great. Why is my head about to explode? Am I turning red? I feel like I'm turning red. I feel like all of a sudden I got really hot. I don't know if these lights shouldn't be producing heat, but it's like really, really hot in here for some reason. It's really cold outside. And all of a sudden it's like, it's crazy. Oh, the scanners. Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be something in the lights. I think that's what it is. There he is. All right, I totally see what happens. We get sidetracked. We don't even remember we were watching this. I don't remember what we were watching. It had to do with RLUSD, and we were talking about something. And I said, hey, we got to talk about this for a second. And this is what happened. So now we got to rewind and see where we're at here real quick. All right.
And with that, Ripple US dollar will have a premium role.
Monica, what about other asset types? You've seen a lot of interest when it.
All right, 8 degrees. Man, it's definitely not that cold here. All right, when I say real cold, I mean I can still go out in a t-shirt, but I got to wear this long sleeve shirt. It's really cold enough to where we can have a fire out in the fire pit outside. So we had one last night, burned a whole bunch of wood, had fires on Friday and Saturday, burned through a ton of wood. Last night burned through a bundle. It was crazy on was it Sunday? It's either Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night, because Sunday was like 80 degrees at night. Went outside, it was like 80. And so on Sunday, it was like we burned. It was like for like 5 hours that I was out there sitting by the fire. Obviously you got to drink some whiskey or something while you're doing that, because it was really cold. That's right. It's freezing. It's not like snow freezing or, jacket freezing. It's like, cold that like this morning it was like 47 and I was out in shorts and I had a hat and a fleece on. It was that kind of cold. So ice fishing. I was going to go ice fishing on the lake this morning behind the house. I'm like, yeah, you know what? If there was only ice, I could do some ice fishing. I could do like icy cold, like shore fishing, where it's kind of cold out, and you got to stand there. Like, why am I standing out here? Because it's cold. Right. See, I need it. That's how cold it was. All right. Well, now we got to go back to imminently. Hey, make sure you guys type in Yeti, because when you type in Yeti, then you have a chance to win the badass Yeti. And we're going to be giving one away. I showed you guys the badass Yeti that we're giving away. So I'll show that to you guys again in a minute. But all right, here we go. Here we go.
Other asset types. You've seen a lot of interest when it comes to ETFs tied to cryptocurrencies. A lot of questions around whether you could see an ETF tied to spot XRP. What kind of discussions are you having with people about this? Do you think we'll see one soon?
I think we will see one very soon. I think that we will see more, various crypto spot ETFs this year coming out of the U.S. And I think XRP is likely to be next in line after Bitcoin and ETH. There's already been a number of different companies like Canary and others who have filed. And so we think, especially with the administration change, and that the approvals of those filings will accelerate.
All right. The filings are going to accelerate. Grayscale has a mini trust. They have an XRP mini trust already showing a value of like $43 or $44. I think that BTC, the Grayscale BTC ETF, the GBTC, I think it's up there now like 80 something. It started in at like $25. Obviously, Bitcoin scaled a little bit, but that was a nice investment, which I like. And then here Scott said, I've been buying the XRP ETF on the German exchange. Gives me a way to invest some of my locked in RRSP and X. I like it. I like the idea. It's really great getting that opportunity if you want the risk, right? If you're going to take the risk, any fund or stock that you put money into could be a risk. It's like I invested in ARK funds, and over the past 4 years, the portfolios at large, they just took a nosedive, with under the Biden administration. What a resurgence since the election. We're talking about since November, right? The positivity, resurgence of the stock market, resurgence of the crypto markets. That's the positivity. We want to continue with nonstop winning. Plus, they're going to clean up the garbage. That's where January 21, the rubber hits the road, because January 21 is where we see the metal, right? We really start to see that everything that was said that was going to happen, and all the action and activity is actually going to happen. And that's what we want to see. We want to see that activity. We want to see that action. And that is going to be really, really exciting as far as I'm concerned. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the direction things are moving in. I think it's very positive. All right, here's another video we're going to put up. Did everybody type in Yeti? Let me see how many people typed in Yeti. Man, not enough. We only 22. How many people are watching? All right, we have 81 people over here on YouTube right now. I'm surprised that number's not at 100. And then we've got a 214 total because we have some people over on X. So let's boost those numbers. And we should have like 3 times the number of people wanting to enter in the giveaway for Yeti. But the thing is, you got to have a Zaman wallet, right? So if you don't have the Zaman wallet connects and you establish a trust line over to the XRP.cafe. This is really cool. Why is it cool? Because it allows us to utilize the XRPL in its native its native environment, right? Because we're moving an asset across the XRPL. We're transferring it, right? It's over there represented on the XRPL. You can see it. You can go see the whole transaction and kind of dig in all the information behind the scenes of a graphic, right? Of that NFT, which is really cool. But if you look at the Zaman wallet and you can go onto your Google Pay or Play or your App Store, and you download that, and you get a little bit of XRP in there. That's, you don't need a lot. Just need a little bit of XRP in your Zaman wallet. That's it. Put what, 5, 10 XRP, I think you have to have. They lock up a little. Maybe they lock up 5. I forget exactly what the number is right now, but they lock it up, and then that's it. And then you're good to go. It's very, very cool. What's this? Seconds. That's right. That's the true power of it, right? Arrives in seconds. You just transfer it, just boom, moves across. It's awesome. It is the XRPL in real time. All right, where was this other video? Okay, we're going to pull this up. This is the CEO of Sound Planning Group. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I didn't want to go full on that yet. So this was on Cointelegraph. It says, let's share this, make it easier for me. There we go. So it says here, you got, I just zoomed on the wrong screen. Let's zoom on this screen so we can read it. This is CEO of Sound Planning Group, David Strzezuski. Probably butchered the name, but maybe it's close. I don't know. Claims Bank of America is doing 100% of internal transactions on Ripple and have 83 different patents on it. So this is interesting. This was recently posted. I don't know. I'm assuming that this was recent, right? If we look at the Dow and then we kind of look at where we're at for a Bitcoin at 102, right? Ethereum at 3,600. So we know this was relatively recent, with XRP at $2.42, and Litecoin is up there. The top 4 that they're always going to reference, no matter what. They go back to 2017 when they were talking about digital asset. They were talking about which 4 crypto assets: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP. Those are the 4. They're still talking about them, right? And then you got all these other assets. So it's very cool. Okay, let me zoom back out. There we go. Let's bring this guy up. Let's hear what he has to say. He says some interesting things, and I'm gonna point out. He says one thing that I believe is a mistake, like right off the bat. Let's see if you guys can pick it out. I won't say anything. Let's see if you pick out what his mistake is right off the bat, which I was a little surprised about when he starts talking. But DNI says on the chain 4 or so years ago. That's right. I spoke to an account exec at B of A, that's Bank of America, and I asked him if they're using Ripple, and he said they are, but it's not consumer facing, it's internal. That's interesting. So, and I remember DNI talked about that on his show. I know DNI referenced that on our show as well back then. So I can attest, for all of the statements and, and some of the knowledge that DNI has brought and continues to bring when he shows up on the show here, which is really cool. So here we go. Mike said, have your damn wallet ready for him. That's the least you can do. That's right. So Mark says, I don't do wallets on cell phones. Well, no wallet for you. There you go. The Trump, Brad, and Stu pick sealed the deal. I'm a billionaire. There you go. I want that framed and hanging on my wall. So there you go. And now we can start the show because Karma Carmichael has shown up. So he's here. So now we can start the show. So we've been waiting around for like 40 minutes, just kind of shooting the shit, waiting. But all right, no, let's get in. Let's see what this guy has to say. Then again, let's see if you guys can pick out the one mistake that he makes, like right off the bat. All right.
Another one you like is Ripple. You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them. And basically, the Ripple's going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Okay.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it. And there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out. So
another one you like is Ripple. You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple.
That's great. That's funny. I love The comments. I don't. It's funny you try to do this and then read the comments. Chip would have played all the videos by now. That's right. Chip likes to just play the videos and read the comments a lot too. And then, we both like to just talk. It's so funny. I don't know how they get it so wrong, right? They still come out. It's Ripple. No, it's XRP. The company is Ripple. The company's Ripple. The stable coin is RLUSD. I guess it could be the Ripple USD, but that's the stable coin that just came out. So you can't Ripple and say they went through that lawsuit because of their coin and their asset. No, that was XRP. So I'd love to just see, hey, come on, can you guys just get that part straight? It's just, it's been so many years now, so much discussion over it. Can we please just get that part straight at least, Obfuscation. What is that? Obfuscation. I can't read right now or pronounce anything. Why are we looking at Bitcoin? Because it's 102,000. It's right at the top. 102. It's up by a massive amount on that day. Oops, I'm not even showing it here. There we go. F assets or F bomb? It's a good question. What's going to happen with Flare? Flare's building smart contracts. They're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. They've also been building and developing for, some time throughout all of this. And so that's been also, a lot of, positivity, which I'm glad to see. Oh, here we go. I want to put this up. Let me put this one up first. I like this video. I think this is like right off again, right in the beginning. This is so poignant. This was from October. Okay, so this video is from October. I want to thank Crypto Queen for sharing this video back in October. And so I'm happy to put it up and play it now from October, even though it's no longer October, but it's very poignant, right? So here we go. When exactly did we see the turning point of Brad being MAGA? It was well before this. Well before that, when we started seeing him embracing the Trump doctrine and the direction things had to go and the positivity. But let's play this.
The SEC was arguing most vociferously. It was this idea that XRP, the digital asset that Ripple uses in our technology, was a security. And that was really what they cared about. And what the judge ruled is that XRP is not a security. And that's really been a formative case for the industry. So we're going to continue really clamoring and trying to champion the clarity of regulation. And yeah. I'm hopeful that as we see a changing of the guard, we'll see that.
Sorry, now you see that? He said he's hopeful when we see a changing of the guard that we're going to see that we're going to see a change on the regulatory and the way they had been attacking and all of that. This was in October before the election. So he said he's hoping with a changing of the guard, the anticipation that Trump was going to win, because when Trump wins, then we're going to start seeing positivity come back into the market and everything. So there you go. There we go. They want you to look at Bitcoin. They do want you to look at Bitcoin. It's like right, front and center. All right, let's keep playing this a little more.
Just to clarify, though, I mean, was the ruling, though, it did make a distinction between institutional investors and retail investors, did it not?
What it said actually is that just like if you package up real estate or you package up even pork bellies, if you put those into an investment contract, the investment contract is a security.
Gotcha.
But the ruling was very clear that no matter what, XRP in and of itself is not a security.
Brad, do you agree then with, okay, so the reason why in part that President Trump is pro-crypto is because he doesn't want China to be more crypto than the US.
That could be part of it. That, we definitely don't want China, but China, I don't think they're going to be more pro-crypto, especially since they continue to try to undermine it, or they want to find a way to not just regulate it, but control it, right? They want their own asset. They don't want freedom. They don't want decentralization. China doesn't want any of that.
Is that actually like a material risk that China would surpass the US in terms of its crypto innovation?
Well, I can't speak to China specifically, but what we are seeing is whether it's the UK, Japan, Singapore. I mean, even the European Union, more than 24 countries have come together to create a framework to provide crypto regulation. They call it MiCA. And what's frustrating as a US company and someone who grew up here in the Midwest, it's frustrating that we as a country can't get that rules, the framework in place. And instead, we have this interminable litigation coming from the SEC that really isn't solving the problem.
There you go. More from the SEC trying to solve the problem. You got to love how the SEC tried to solve it. Everything they did was lawfare. Yet they're always trying to beat up and trying to use their influence and, crush everybody. That's what it was all about. Let China, let them buy all that all the Bitcoin. There you go. Got China. That's how it's going to go. Governments work together to totalitarian tiptoe to chain us to the block. There you go. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. What else we have here? Oh, so Jeremy Hogan has a couple things, and then we're going to end up with the Gulf of America. But then we got to do a drawing too. So we still have a drawing that's pending. Where are we at with that? Let me look. Hang on. I'm losing all my tabs. We're in the 46th minute. We got 26 entries. I'm sure we can come up with another 4 entries. I mean, 26. We still got, there's 85 on YouTube. We got a total of like 229. We've got a bunch of people still watching through X. And anyone watching through X, I think you can type Yeti also. I believe it should work that you can type in Yeti from X, and I believe it'll pick it up because it comes in through the chat. But a lot of people don't chat on X. Find it a little bit more challenging. The platform's not as nice as when you're on the YouTube, platform. X is good if you're just listening. YouTube if you're engaging. So there is that. So here we go. Here we go. Let's pull this up. You can only do it once. So once you type it in, it can only count you once. There's that beautiful picture. That's such a great picture. And I think it was that XRP gal talking about the green candlesticks and this boat. I don't know which boats those are. Maybe somebody knows which boats those are, but it could be representative of the fact that we're taking back the Panama Canal and we're going to take Greenland, right? But Jeremy Hogan said, everything I've said about the Ripple lawsuit for the last 4 years, the hours and hours of videos, analysis, posts, research, never mind. I love it. Jeremy Hogan's got good humor on that. And then just the comments, all this, not just hours of work, but also how each of those hours translate to hours spent away from your treasure, wife, and children. He said, my wife was my videographer, editor, critic, and co-host. So many good memories. I wouldn't trade it for the world. That's great. That's so awesome. It was really nice, to see all the things that Jeremy Hogan was able to put together, through that period of time, which was really cool. And then there was another one from Jeremy Hogan actually breaking down some legalese, because even though we have this amazing victory, we're going to have more amazing victories, because with the amazing victories, we're going to also see the lawsuits kind of going sideways, which is going to be great. Let's get rid of them. There's Rain here. Rain's one of the OGs way back also with DNI. We all go way back. So good to see Rain. Rain also to run a podcast, so it's awesome to see Rain coming in. Let's see, where did it go? Where'd the boat go? East Indies, Ironside. Nope. I just saw it go through and now it's gone. Oh, boats are new and faded old. That's right. The financial system. There you go. The new financial system, the old financial system. So let's pull this up. Jeremy, he gets into this was posted yesterday, but big news in the legal crypto space. The judge in the SEC v. Coinbase case has stayed the lawsuit until the appellate court rules on whether an investment contract requires an actual contract. This is also the main point of contention in the Ripple appeal. The granting of an interlocutory appeal is rare and indicates that the trial level judge thinks there is something there. So what is there? Well, we're going to find out when we get there. So that's really interesting, really great. And what did Josh said, here's what Grok had to say. The interlocutory appeal in the SEC case against Coinbase refers to a procedural legal step where Coinbase is seeking to appeal a specific issue before the entire case is resolved. Here's what this means in the context of the ongoing legal battle. And I guess we can show more. And it goes on and on. Look how in-depth that is. Jeremy, that's so amazing. You can just boom, type it in and see how. Now, if you work, do any of you guys work with AI every day? Are you using like ChatGPT or working with Grok or anything? Like, it's like every single day. It's amazing to me the level of detail, the data, the things you can do at such a rapid pace with ChatGPT if used the right way and tweaked, and you put stuff in. The craziest thing that I've done with ChatGPT, at least it's crazy to me, is that I wrote something up on the whiteboard. I had all this stuff written, and it wasn't like, perfectly written out. It's in my handwriting, and I had like some information here. I had some more information here. It's a couple of headings, but I just wrote down some plans and had it, and I took a picture of it, and I said, put this into a, more readable, presentable form. Boom, types it out, puts it in bold headings, lays everything out perfectly, like understood, like everything that I wrote, put it in there. I did another one. I had like, it was the craziest thing. I had different categories up on the board, I had arrows to the different categories, how they would relate to one another. Same thing, took a picture of it, said, analyze it, put it into a presentable form. That wasn't the exact words I used, but anyhow, I get it. And it was like almost perfect. Like it read everything. In one case, I took it in the picture, it captured something else that was on the whiteboard and included it somehow into it. But I'm like, I'm looking at this. I'm so impressed on a daily basis. Emails. Hey, clean up this email, clean up this text. Hey, here's my thoughts. I write it out. I was putting together some sales plans, and I'm like, here's all this data. I need to put this all together, and I kind of type it out, feed it in, and now it's remembering. It goes back and remembers all of your previous notes. So as you break stuff down and you analyze and you categorize it, and you feed all this data in your previous notes, it's going back and referencing all of that information. I don't know, I'm just so impressed by it. It's insane. It's just so insane. So Rob is saying that, yeah, I'm retired. What's that? I just use it for myself. It's almost like Google. It's just like you put stuff in, it's amazing the speed at which it puts things together, which is exciting. I just get so fired up about it. It's so cool. All right. So one last thing. What time is it? We're going to do this drawing. Has everybody typed in Yeti? Did everyone give us a thumbs up? That's the other one. I like that. So Mike's saying, come on, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Did everybody hit the thumbs up and say, hey, we like it. We're having a great time. We're having a blast in here. This is super enjoyable because we're getting ready to do this drawing, and we want to make sure we do this drawing right and we get everybody in. So this is the secret sauce right there, right? Thumbs up, subscribe, and bell notification. And maybe if you're lucky, YouTube might even give you the notification, but you have to be one of the lucky few that will get the notification. So I'm still using Hollerith punch cards, and you're talking AI. That's right. Those punch cards, they would have this day, you'd feed them in to the computer, and that'd be the programming language, right? That's how you'd program to do stuff back in the IBMs, and man, it was crazy. That's right. That's right. That's how we roll. Gotta BMAX smelted a thumbs up. We're smelting things. That's how we roll over here with the smelting. So let's throw up one more video. There's an important video. We referenced it. Then we're going to do this drawing. Make sure if you're in the drawing, you're going to have your Zaman wallet ready, because when you have the Zaman wallet ready, that allows us to quickly transfer the NFT over. So it's a badass Yeti. It's a kick-ass badass Yeti. But no, YouTube definitely censors. YouTube, if I say YouTube censors, they're going to censor us. It's crazy. Things are going really well. We kind of structured it. I can see when YouTube starts like censoring us a little bit because we don't get recommended to as many videos. People don't find us through the videos. We kind of caught a little bit of a roll, and then things kind of taper off. And then you see, when do you get your notifications? Are they rolling out at the right pace? All that good stuff. So, all right, let's add this to the stage. You guys ready? Here we go. This is going to be a good one.
We're going to be changed. You're sort of the opposite of Biden, where he's closing everything up, essentially getting rid of $50 to $60 trillion worth of assets. We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate. And Mexico has to stop allowing millions of people to pour into our country. They can stop them. And we're going to put very serious tariffs on Mexico and Canada, because Canada, they come through Canada too. And the drugs that are coming through are at record numbers.
Man, there you go. You heard it here first. I love it. The Gulf of America. That's what I was going to play. Man, it's just like the stuff that's happening. So exciting. So very cool. There we go. You guys are always very informative. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. The 50. So what is the 51st state? Is the 51st state going to be Canada, or is it going to be Greenland? That's the question. And Greenland seemed to be pretty fired up about wanting to be, purchased by the U.S. That'll be the big Trump purchase, which will be cool. So here we go. Where are we here? Okay, there it is. We're going to get ready. Here we go. Let's put this up on the screen. Man, we got 29. Somebody out there hasn't typed in Yeti. That one person, there's just one person that has to type in Yeti. That's it. Oh, yeah, South Korea. South Korea is crushing it with XRP. The amount of crypto asset that's going on over there, it's really impressive, which is really cool. And here you got Trump isn't even in office yet. He's doing all sorts of deals. People are like, it's amazing, how everything's coming together. It's just so great. It's so awesome. There you go. Look at that badass Yeti right there. So here we go. Are we at 30 yet? 31. Okay. So here we go. Now we can roll. We're going to hit the draw. This is random. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I was sharing this. It's a good thing I didn't hit the draw yet. Oh, that's my sound blocker. Here we go. Okay. We're going to roll. I'm going to hit it. We're going to do a drawing. I'm going to let this go. This is completely random because the system is drawing from what you guys entered. Just got another one. We're 32. So Yowie doesn't work. We're not giving away Yowies, but you definitely have to have that XRP Zaman wallet ready. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Look at this. All right, Mark Dyke. So is Mark Dyke? Mark Dyke's still here. You got to say, hey, I'm here, and get ready. If you're not here, we're going to redraw. We're going to re-roll again. So it was Mark Dyke. So Mark Dyke, are you here? Not just any Mark. Mike, I thought it was going to be you. It was like right there. It was like borderline. So if Mark Dyke doesn't respond, you guys know what it is. We got to re-roll it again. The one night we had to re-roll it 4 times. So Mark Dyke, if you're here, then we noticed there's a little bit of a delay between when we're talking and when we, post it. So Mark Dyke, are you here? You here? Let's see. Mark Dyke, are you here? So we got to give him 1 second. We're posting in the text. If he's not here, we're doing a countdown. And if he doesn't respond, everybody can hear me saying it. So that's it. Unfortunately, Mark Dyke isn't here. So now guess what? Ray Run will be Mark. So guess what we get to do? We're going to draw again. So let's get ready to roll. Now, if anyone types in, if you type in Yeti again, it'll add it to the entries. If you're already in it, you're already in it because you can only type it once It only accepts it one time in, counts it up. So here we go. Let's roll again. Time to roll. Look at that. LPFX777. So let's see. What to announce that again. LPFX777. LPFX777. Are you here? Say here. All right. Is LPFX here? There it is. LPFX is here. You won. You just won a badass Yeti. So what we need is your Zaman wallet address. You throw in your Zaman wallet. Put your Zaman wallet in, your Zaman wallet address, and we're going to transfer the badass Yeti over to you. So do you have your Zaman wallet? If you have your Zaman wallet address, so we can transfer the badass Yeti over to you, would be awesome. Or Rob. Rob, we're giving away your NFTs anyways. So you can't win your NFT back. All right. Everybody congratulate LPFX, but LPFX, we got to get your Zaman wallet. All you have to do, just get your Zaman wallet address and just paste it in here. We'll grab it and we're going to transfer the badass Yeti over to you. Just make sure you let us know. Do you have one? Yes or no? And then post it in there. If you guys see it, let me know, because it's hard to, it doesn't always come up on my end for some reason. So I'm going to go into the actual YouTube channel. I got to watch it over there. Once I open it up, actually in YouTube, I can go to the control room. I have to go to the control room on YouTube to actually view it. So, okay, awesome. So LPFX is going to get it. So let me make sure I'm viewing not just the top chat, but the live chat. The top chat covers it up and hides it. Whereas, okay, so LPFX is going to get the Zaman wallet address and put it in there, and then we'll update. That'll be very cool. Everybody wants to. It's kind of cool too, because this will be first time win. It's cool to see that LPFX gets to win a badass Yeti, and so we are going to go through and we'll transfer that over here in a minute. So Exo Teller is saying XRP will hit 10,000. It's no longer a meme. It's real. It's amazing to see the direction that this is actually going in. January 20th is going to be the spectacle, because January 20th, inauguration date, we get January 20th inauguration date, and the market's January 21st. I would anticipate, I could be completely off the mark, but I would anticipate that markets across the board, stock, crypto, there's going to be another resurgence of positivity, which would be really, really great. Mark Smithson, Mr. Dyke would like to speak to you. Line 5. All right, let me grab line 5. All right, I'm monitoring the chat over here. So LPFX has to throw in the Zaman wallet, and then we'll be good. Man, we're not there. Well, actually not there, then yes, that'd be awesome to do a marathon live stream on the 20th. That would be impressive. That would go back to like the heyday right there. Could you imagine just doing a live stream, the whole thing, the inauguration? It'd be even better to do it from there. That'd be even more exciting. So Yeti coffee went well, the show tonight. Oh, that's right. So if you want some yeah, but LPFX showed up, is actually here, and getting. Oh, now Mark shows up. Come on, Mark's here too. Mark, where were you this whole time? Man, we had a badass Yeti NFT ready to go, you had won the first round of the drawing, and then we did a redraw. I was about to, and then we LPFX won the redraw on the badass Yeti. So what do? We might have to give away two, but the only way we can do that, the first thing we need is a Zaman wallet address. So we need to see the Zaman wallet address so we can get it up there and we can post it. So I think that would be the fair thing to do. We're amicable like that. I like giving these bad boys away, so it's fair. We're gonna split the Yeti. So if Mark, if you're able to give us your Mark, if you can type in your Zaman wallet address, or you can paste it in there and I can grab it, I can transfer one over to you as well, just like that. And then we need LPFX, but we got to do it here, shortly. Next time I'm going to start this like 10 minutes to the end, because it always seems like everyone should have it right on their phone, and it should just be like right there. You should be able to go into your Zaman wallet, just open it up, and just grab the Zaman wallet address. But if you could do that, Mark, do you have it? Do you have your Zaman wallet? Can you post it in there? And if anybody sees the LPFX wallet, let me know so we can get that going. I'm gonna we're gonna arrange it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to put together a smart contract. We're gonna utilize Flare. We're gonna have to wrap the NFT and we're gonna transfer it over to Flare. We're gonna create a smart contract, and the smart contract will give each a certain amount of time with the NFT, and it'll bounce back and forth between the wallets that get tied into the smart contract. That would be very cool. And I was going to give one to both of you guys, but either way, I just need a Zaman wallet address so we can make it happen. So hopefully, LPFX, if you have one, type it in there. Mark, if you have one, type it in there. But if not, if we don't get one at all, and we have to wrap up, then we're kind of in a bind here. That's interesting. Mark Dyke was here a minute ago. He said, "I'm here." And then he disappeared. He must be like way, way behind the mark. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he might not be. He might be behind. That was part of the problem. But I might have to roll again. LPFX, if you have a Zaman wallet and you can post it, just let us know. Yes, I have it. I'm going to post it. If not, I'm going to have to draw again, and then we'll give it away. We'll have to give away a whole bunch of them. Who said? I was looking LPFX. See, you can just give it to Mark. Mark took like 10 minutes to respond. There's Mark over there. So far, where did I see? All right. So far, no dice. So Rob, you defended your tribe today. That's it. The first thing I said, like as soon as we started out, Adrian's right, is have the Zaman wallet ready. So got 34 people in. I'm going to roll again. Yep, just because we haven't gotten a Zaman wallet from anybody. I mean, that should be, boom, you win Zaman wallet, right? So here we go. I'm gonna announce that before I do it next time. Say, hey, get your Zaman wallet ready, because here we go. We're getting ready to roll, and we're gonna announce a winner. And I want to do it quick, right? Could you imagine, like, oh, you don't have one? Oh, that sucks. Okay, got it. Well, it was fun. I'm glad you won. Glad you're here. It was exciting that you got to win. Unfortunately, the only way we can transfer these bad boys is when you have a Zaman wallet through the XRP.cafe. It's easy to get one for next time. You can register one, come back in and win again. So here we go. You guys ready? Who's here? Do we still have people here watching? We have a lot less people here. So here we go. Now we're going to do it quick. So we're going to roll. Adrian, look at that. Adrian just won. And Adrian, I believe Adrian was the first one that showed up today. I just want to say that. Adrian's also the one that said, hey, you got to. It's so crazy. It's insane how long it takes to get this done. I don't know. We're probably gonna have like one person left by the time we do these drawings, because it should be quick, right? We announce it, we roll. You have your Zaman wallet. It's on your phone. You grab it, you paste it. But especially anybody who knows, make sure that you get, you get the Zaman wallet. Put it into your keep file, have it ready to go. Just copy, paste, boom, ready. It's in there. The rollout of the first IBM supercomputer took less time. It did. It actually did. What happened to Adrian? Come on, Adrian. Adrian won. Adrian wins, and then got to make sure you got I'm not on the thing to see if the Zaman wallet got posted. Adrian, he posted it. Seriously? Now I can't see it. It blocked it on my end, but you guys can see it. Can you Rob, is there any way you can? Well, let me see. I can't believe it's posted and I can't see it. Hang on a minute. I'm going to go on to regular YouTube. All right. Come on, YouTube. Why would you block something? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Thank you, DNI. Hang on. Let me see if I can do it from this side. There we go. Got it. All right. Now that's how we roll. Nice. Thank you. Rob got it over. DNI got it over. Man, it's good that you guys are here, because now what we're going to do is get our XRP.cafe. Where did it go? I know I have it here someplace. Hang on a minute. I got to hide that. Let me minimize this. The XRP.cafe. Let me escape out of that. I'm going to play the Trump video again. I'll get to enjoy it. Close that. Oh, you know what? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is going to take. This is what happens when you have all these tabs open. Then we got the Zaman wallet. There he is. I found it. All right, sweet. Look at this badass. All right. So, Adrian, this is the guy we're getting ready to transfer over. So, I'm going to do it right now, just in case, I'm going to put it over here, and we're going to transfer this over to you. So let me just go over here so I can take care of all of this seamlessly. I'm going to hit transfer. And as soon as now it pulls up the QR code, and I'm going to go to the Zaman wallet now. This is the fast part. This is how fast and efficient it should be. It's like you win, boom, we do this. We hit the QR code. I scan the QR code, and now I'm getting ready to slide it over, accepted, and this badass Yeti is on its way over to Adrian. There you go, done. Verifying and completed. That was exciting. Congratulations to Adrian. I'm glad that you were able to win. Congratulations also to LPFX for winning, but unfortunately not having a wallet. Congratulations to Mark Dyke for winning, saying that he was here, and then we didn't hear from him again. You guys are awesome. This is a lot of fun. Look forward to doing it again. Today is Wednesday. We'll be back Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, you guys have a great one, and I am out of here. You ready? Okay, we're gone. I'm going to play the long outro. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's fun. Here we go.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.